Hi guys, so my name is Ifeanyi Godfrey, and briefly I just want to share with you exactly what you need to do if you're still struggling to figure out your goals. And when we're figuring out your goals, I mean knowing exactly what you want for yourself. It may not just necessarily be for the year, it may be for a lifetime. Because I often tell my students that you cannot plan a year if you have not planned your life, because a year is just a small portion of your life. So in planning a year, the first thing you need to do is to first of all figure out what you want to do with your life, and then you now begin to work towards it every passing year. All right, so how do you figure out exactly what you want for your life? Many people actually struggle with finding clarity more than achieving their goals. It simply means that we have more people who are struggling with, first of all, figuring out what they want, than people who have already figured out what they want and then struggling to work on it, struggling to make it come to reality. So how do you figure out what you want? And here's the question I want to ask you. If God was to appear to you and say to you, hey, I want to give you the power to create the life you want. So if we are to wave a magic wand and you are to arrive at the peak state of your life, and you are to arrive at the zenith of everything you can be, of everything you can do with your life, what would you want your life to look like? Do you understand the question? So if God says, I've given you the power, create the life you want for yourself, what will you create? That's it. So you close your eyes and you ask yourself, this may not be something you just want to do in 5 minutes, in an hour. This might be something you want to do over and over again, because most times you don't ask this question once and get the exact answer. Sometimes it takes you a year. Do you know? When I mean it takes you a year, I mean it literally takes you a year to really come to a point where you are fully sure. I'm saying it because personally, I don't think it took me few months to really figure out exactly what I wanted. I think it took me a period of, having to explore myself, having to really go on a journey of self-discovery. And that's basically what you need to do. So you need to be patient with yourself, right? And here's the thing, because you've not figured out exactly what you want to do with your life, don't let it stop you. Don't let it stop you from taking action. Don't let it stop you from, making forward movement. Don't let it stop you from exploring. That's because it's important to understand that no one was born with clarity. No one was born with certainty. Everyone started off confused. Everyone started off with a distorted view about themselves, about their lives. We all discovered ourselves along the way. Do you understand? Everything became clearer as we journeyed. So, but you need to pay attention for you to be able to figure out exactly what you want for yourself. So, but what you want to do is you keep asking yourself this question, because for me, it was this question and then prayers that actually worked for me. So prayers is simply, me talking to God and letting Him know that He created me, He has a plan for me, and I am working in His plan for my life. Everything I'm doing is bringing me towards His plan for my life. So I pray from a place where I have received clarity. So when it comes to prayer, I often pray with the understanding that God is working everything together to bring me to His ultimate plan and purpose for my life. So how do I pray? I pray and say things like, Lord, thank you because I'm walking in clarity. Thank you because I'm walking in your purpose and will for my life. Thank you because everything is working together for my good. Thank you because I'm not confused. Do you understand? All right, so that's it about prayer. Then apart from that, I kept on asking myself, if you are to arrive at the peak state of your life, if God was to give you the power right now to design your ideal life, what will you design? what will you create? I mean, just imagine that really happens and God comes to you and say, okay, so right now, you have everything it takes to what? Just design the life you want. Where would you be? What would you be doing? What kind of life will you be living? What would you be doing with your time on earth? How healthy would you be? And that's it. How much would you have in your bank account? What kind of business would you be running? What kind of relationship would you create for yourself? Right? So you close your eyes and then you begin to paint that picture. Close your eyes and paint that picture. And as you're painting that picture, you're free to write them down. Feel free to write them down. Now, you want to do this as often as possible. The more you're doing it, the more you are creating an image of yourself. Because this is where a lot of people struggle. A lot of people struggle with the fact that when they look at themselves, they don't really see a specific image. They don't really have clarity with exactly who they are or who they want to be. Right? So many people look at themselves and they just see themselves based on their past, the things that have happened in the past experiences that they've had. Right? Many people don't see themselves from the picture of who they can become or who God have designed them to become. Right? And how do you begin to see yourself from that point? How do you begin to see yourself in that light? It is by you intentionally asking yourself this question: if we are to wave a magic wand and you are to arrive at the zenith of your life, what will your life look like? Where would you be? How many people would you have impacted? How many countries would you have traveled to? Why would you have traveled to those countries? And then you begin to write those things down and paint that picture in your mind. Paint that picture long enough in your mind, and you realize that everything gradually, the pieces will begin to come together. You will now find out why you do the things you do, why you have the kind of talent you have, why you have the kind of people you have around you. Gradually, and here's the thing, it's a journey of self-discovery, right? It's a journey of self-discovery. So be patient with yourself, and in the process, you're definitely going to find out exactly what you want. And then that's number one. The next thing you want to do is to ensure that in every area of your life, talking about your health, your finance, your relationship, your spirituality, business or career, and which other area? Okay, in every area of your life that you can articulate, ensure that you're very clear about what you want in every area of your life. Like, how healthy do you want to be? How wealthy do you want to be? I mean, what kind of relationship, right, do you want to have? Do you understand? What kind of business or career? Be really clear about these things, because it begins to help you in setting goals on a yearly basis. Now you know what you're working towards, right? Because the truth is, we are all creators of our life. And then if you're not intentional about creating, designing your life, you're the chief architect here, whatever image you paint, God's responsibility is to help you bring it to pass. Do you understand? So what do you want to do is to consistently ask yourself, if I am to what? Design my ideal life, what would I design? What would it look like? Where would I be at the end of it all? After I am of age, what kind of impact would I have been making? What kind of life would I have been living? Do you understand? So when this is clear in your mind, then you begin to have a sense of direction. You begin to have a sense of focus. So please, relax. Don't put pressure on yourself. Because you've not figured it out does not mean that you will not figure it out, and it doesn't mean that you have to put your life on hold, right? So it's one thing a lot of people struggle with, how to really figure out exactly what they want. So, but you want to start from creating a mental picture of what your ideal life will look like, and then from there you begin to have some sense of clarity into your life and into what you want to do with your life. Okay, so I hope this helps you. Get back to me and let me know if this helps you, and then till we talk again, have a nice time. Bye.